Hi, crafters, and welcome to Finish It Friday, episode 187. Here, I forgot to move my. Hopefully, you could hear that. My microphone was in a weird place. All right, here's where we left off on Wednesday. So, we have our base card. This one happens to be 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then we have our layers 2 by 2 3/4. 2.5 by 3 1/4, and 3 by 3 3/4. And we have our little segments here, our little strips. So we have our 1 by 3, our 3/4 by 2.5, and our 1/2 by 2. All right, so what we are going to use today, and I have not used these yet, these are from the new annual catalog. They are huge decorative masks. So this is called Water and Dotted Line. So because I am going to be doing what's more like a sympathy type card or a healing card, I'm not going to use this one. This is the water looking one. I'm going to use the dots. All right, and what's nice about this is it is bigger than it would fit a 12 by 12 page. In fact, you have a little border around here, but this inside here is the 12 by 12. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this on here, and I'm just going to take, let's see if I have any color left on this. This is very light. This is what was left from that golden glow. I did another. All right, I do need to get some on it. So you know what? Instead of doing golden glow, because I'll just smash in there, I'm going to take my green brush. Ooh, that's not my dark green brush. Let's find my dark green brush. Here's my dark green brush. And I'm going to use this garden green that I have out, because this will be complementary to all these colors here. So let's go here. I am not keeping my cardstock down. I have not taped it down. I'm just hanging on to it. And I'm not even doing even here. I'm just putting a little bit of a background look onto that. We'll clean that off in a little bit here. Put my brush back. So we have a little bit of a background, very slight. So now let's go into our layers here. Now if you wanted to, you could do layers on this too, but since this is going to be a sympathy card, I really don't want that much activity or that movement. We want this to be kind of a more of a peaceful look. So I'm just going to layer this just like this. Let's stamp on here. So I am stamping this from the Phrases and Frames. Sorry for the shadow. Not quite daylight, so. And then I'm doing the I'm Here For You from the banner sayings. Yeah, so I have a little bit of shadow because I have my ring lights on over here, so I'm sorry about that shadow going across. All right, so let's go ahead and let's use Secret C. Well, let me put this over here so it's not that loud. I am going to do this in the center, but I will be using some very understated embellishments. So there's that. And then I'm thinking this is big enough. It is. All right. Go ahead. I'm going to do this, I think, flush right. And I can put one little embellishment there. Like I said, I'm not going to do anything extra on this, since it is a sympathy card. I could put some ephemera on there, but I'm just going to keep this, like I said, very, very basic. If you wanted to, you could use ephemera, like a flower or something. Let me see. I put all my ephemera in a box because I didn't get any new ephemera from the new catalog. I just have what I bought and I'm using from the leftovers. So I put all my ephemera into this box. So let me just see if I can find anything. Maybe I can have this underneath there. You know what? Let's do it like this. Just a little bit. I don't want those strawberries to show. Just a little bit of a flower. And then we'll put this over here. In fact, I think we'll put this one under maybe. So let's go ahead and let's put this down. Get that kind of lined up here. So I don't want any of those little strawberries showing. Let's do it like that. We'll put this over the top. All right, I want to slide this under. I didn't put a lot of tape on that side of it for that exact reason. So I can slide this under. I'm going to be able to slide this under too. And since I'm going to slide this under, but I want that to stick now, I'm going to just put a little bit of the seal on the corner there. I might have gotten too far over. I got a little bit extra there. So I'm just going to rub that away. And then I'll do that underneath there. And we're going to flush this just a little bit more to the right. And to help make up for that, I am going to put just a little tiny embellishment there, since that is off center. Let me get that adhesive off of there. Yeah, you heard that. I just threw that on the floor. All right, so I'm thinking, and I need to get, I only got one pack this. I'm trying to stick to only getting one pack at a time, using it up, because I have been known to have a lot of extra embellishments around. So let me see, I think I got, there we go. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to put it there. And I think I'm going to go back to this color and put one there. Oops. Do I not have it down the right way? Oh, there's no sticky on that. All right, so let me go ahead. I don't have, just put a little dot on there of this because my fine tip is over there. All right, so let's go ahead and put that down in the glue. Come on. too much glue with my finger. There we go. Doesn't like me. I'm gonna let that dry before I rub off that extra glue, because there is extra glue on there, unfortunately. I know what happened here because I had problems on one of my cards with that. Oh, where does this go? So there we have that. Just a very simple, I probably should put glue on the corners there so they lay down. A very simple sympathy card using that layout. All right, let me put some of this away. Let's show you the other items that I created, the other cards. All right. Now, one thing that happens when you have such a big starting point is that you don't have a lot of room for going across the card, because this pretty much takes up your card. So I'm doing a lot of patchwork. So here is this. Oops. So here are my big pieces, and here are those skinny pieces. I lined them up on the edge like that. It left some open area, so I used the simple alphabet to stamp high, and I used one each of the new in colors. You see that? I used one for the tittle. That's what the little dot on the ice called. So that's kind of like a patchwork look. And then here I cut all of the squares in half, and I layered them going across, or the rectangles, not the squares, the rectangles. And then I used the different strips across that way. And so this would have been nice to have for a background too, but I didn't. And there was one more I made. I made it, and I used the, all right, I'll try to find it. If I can find it, I will put it into, I can't put it in the comments, but I had done a nice fade of these colors to make it look like a sunset. I don't know where I put it. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. All right, you know I'll find it the minute I sign off. All right, so there you go. There are our 3 cards using that. If you don't mind, give me that thumbs up. Again, if you have friends who you think might enjoy this channel, the more simplistic items that I do, have them subscribe, share on social media. Most of all, have a great Friday. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.